much embarrassment, I'll have to say, not.
Okay.
I'm a musician and I'm very ashamed that I actually didn't know anything about Raj Beum. People are hesitant to make films only about women, or stories that revolve around women. Even now,
I got a feedback from somewhere down the pipeline that she's so and so's wife right now. Why does she need to work?
My God!
I got so angry, and we're actually taken to all kinds of places to shoot where there are no washrooms, like in the middle of nowhere, and then the men can go anywhere.
No, I wouldn't say I'm covered in work. I have enough to be like, okay, I'm not an unemployed actor. I'm not an out-of-work actor.
I'm always somebody else's somebody. I'm still, so my struggle, let me say it loud and clear, my struggle is still to be known for who I am. Yeah. It is still.
The moment you're standing next to a man, your identity will get diluted no matter what.
Hello everyone, welcome to News 18. I am Titas Chowdhury in conversation with Saba, Soni ma'am and Danish. Hello, how are you?
Hi.
I'm fine. I watched the film yesterday and congratulations, the film looks great. The music is fantastic and I want to start with you, the captain of the ship. You are a Kashmiri, right? You were born there, you were brought up there. For how long were you thinking of, probably turning Raj Begum's life into a film?
Since 2019 actually, it's been a while. Yeah, we were doing research on it. A lot of things happened in between. There was COVID, there was I had the other film that released in between. A lot of factors came in. But I've been doing this research for a very long time. I always wanted to do a film about a Kashmiri musician who Raj Beum, nobody knows about her. Yeah. Her legacy, her music, her contribution to Kashmiri craft. So as soon as I came, I actually met her too in 2016.
Oh,
long time back.
You did?
Yes. Yes, long time back.
Maybe you did and I forgot.
Yeah. She, I think, also passed away in 2016.
2016. Yeah.
So I met her also because she used to still perform before she, her last years as well. She was 89. And
she was 89.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So as you know, this film was actually inspired by her music, her legacy. And, I felt like when I came to know about her, just like you didn't know about her, even for me also it was sort of a revelation that sort of stuff she's contributed to the culture and music in Kashmir, but also like what she did at the time when there were no rights for women, or it was not normal for a woman to sing for Radio Kashmir, be out, or it was not acceptable by the society. But she was a fighter. She pursued her music, she loved her music, she didn't give up, she didn't care what people think. And I think that's a sign of legacy, and I think it was an honor for me to make a film on her. It was sort of a dream project for me, very long time, and finally it did happen. It took a while, but I think what we have now is very special, and I'm very proud of what we have. And I feel like it's something very different that people don't know about or haven't seen before from Kashmir.
Right. Yeah. What about you two? Were you acquainted with her music, with her life?
With much embarrassment, I'll have to say, not.
Okay.
I'm a musician and I'm very ashamed that I actually didn't know anything about Raj Beum. But that's also, because a lot of her recordings were lost over time, and I find that perhaps stories from Kashmir don't travel quite as much as the mainland. So I really truly didn't know, and I'm so delighted I got to do this film because of that I got introduced to her repertoire of music and her life story. So yeah, I was clueless.
Yeah, no, I didn't either. And I think what is really has hit home for me is the fact that, while in the rest of the country there was Lata Mangeshkar who was building her career and rising like a superstar, here was this other really strong voice coming from the valley. And she was, of course, being,
Padma Shri,
through, well, that was later, but through Radio Kashmir, she got that channel to be able to explore her talent. But the rest of the country, perhaps at that time, maybe somebody knew, but all these generations after that, we'd forgotten or we don't know, and that was very sad to me to know that this talent was sort of lost in the crowd somewhere.
Her story is so inspiring. Like you said, she really did shatter the glass ceiling. Yeah. And in the film we see her, her struggles, this sexism also, that we are not okay with a female singer coming in. I mean, I want to ask the two of you, the women. I'm sure back in the day you started, it was a lot more. Today, do you see the situation changing? Do you still see pay parity is something that's really big? But do you face casual sexism of any sort on a film set even today?
I mean, like, let's just start with how roles are written, right?
Yeah.
You know, we were discussing it in an interview right before this, that roles are, of course, it's changing, it's getting better, but people are hesitant to make films only about women, or, you know, stories that revolve around women. Even now, it's much better, exponentially better. But I think even now there's that, it immediately falls into a niche. It's not like a mainstream film anymore. It's not a story that can be told to the entire country.
Absolutely.
You know, kind of left of center log dekhenge, that kind of, you know, idea around it. So I think that in itself, you know, it's of course changing, but I think much too late and much too slowly. Yeah.
I mean, I've grown up in this industry from, you know, in the sense that I've been here for so many years now, and it's a huge change today. I mean, I find it like a different world altogether, almost. I remember when I started out and I was working and I was doing really well, and then suddenly I got married.
Yeah.
And I wasn't getting any work after that. And
because you were married.
And I got a feedback from somewhere down the pipeline that, you know, she's so-and-so's wife right now, why does she need to work?
Oh my God!
I got so angry, and then luckily, you know, Bunyad happened, and then I got, you know, all this. But I was so upset. I mean, I think this is what has changed today, and that's what I'm so proud to know that, you know, actresses are not. You know, you can't delay life. We were delaying our lives because we were working. What a ridiculous thing! You have to live, and to be an actor, or to be a musician, or to be a creative artist, you have to live life. You cannot do it from some sitting in some ivory tower somewhere. You know, it's not possible.
Absolutely.
You have to live. So important.
Right. You know, in the film, there's this scene, I think she is looking for a washroom in, you know, the radio station, and there's no washroom for a woman.
I'm sorry, that still happens on sets.
Yeah, it's all the time.
Recently somewhere.
All the time.
What are you saying?
Working, it happens all the time.
Even today.
It really does.
Yeah. And we're actually, you know, taken to all kinds of places to shoot where there are no washrooms, like in the middle of nowhere, and then, you know, the men can go anywhere but women cannot, and then there was no provision made, and it's quite traumatic at times, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Oh my God. Saba, you know, a while back I read one of your interviews, you said that, you know, I have never been flooded with work offers.
Yeah.
You know, whatever I had to pick and choose. Yeah. Has that changed in any way?
No, not really. Not really. I mean, if I were entirely honest, no. I'm not covered in offers. I have just about enough work, and I don't have a plethora of choices in front of me. I also believe that we're going through a bit of a recession that we're not talking about. You know, that the industry has seen a pretty massive dip in production and making stories and making work, and that of course has affected a lot of actors, a lot of technicians, and that's actually happening across the board in Bollywood as well as Hollywood. And it's quite bad. It's quite tough for a lot of people who are, say, not in that 0.1 percentile that, you know, gets offered films. That is the 0.1 percentile. Then there's the junior artists who are gainfully employed, and then there's the middle rungers like us, you know, who are kind of at the mercy of somebody else's imagination. So, you know, at the end of the day. So, no, I wouldn't say I'm covered in work. I have enough to be like, okay, I'm not an unemployed actor. I'm not an out of work actor, but I would love to be doing more, and also different kinds of work.
Absolutely.
So, I'm not spoiled for choice. Let's just say that. I'm not spoiled for choice.
But did you ever feel the need to like sort of sit and think about, okay, why am I not flooded with work? Because you are a fantastic actor and versatile too.
You know, I think I thankfully had music and, you know, theatre, and I never stopped acting.
Right.
So I never felt like the lack of. So, but I'm sure there's a reason, you know, and I totally get it. I'm not a particularly commercial, I don't fit the commercial mold. I understand that. But OTT really did make a difference to all of our lives, at least. The ones who were kind of somewhere on the cusp of, like, you know, being known or not.
Right.
So, you know, theatre actors especially. A lot of us got, you know, a lot of work because of OTT. So it's much better now. But, yeah, I mean, that's how it is.
Right. You know, I want to ask this to the three of you. I want your perspective also on it, since you're a man. What Soni ma'am, just said, that, the fact that once you get married, your identity, you're known by somebody as somebody else's wife, as somebody else's partner. Is it really infuriating, as a woman, that, I am so much more, I can bring so much to the table? What is really happening?
Can I just say that my life, even till today, I'm always somebody else's somebody.
Yeah.
I'm still, so my struggle, let me say it loud and clear, my struggle is still to be known for who I am.
Yeah.
It is still. And I'm happy that I'm happy for the people around me who are doing so well in their lives, and how would I not be, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful, I'm happy, everything. But it's just, perhaps it's just my life, but that's my journey, and that's my struggle, and now I laugh at it because I think it's quite funny, and I just go on, it's okay, it's fine.
It's inane to me because Soni is an absolute legend. Like look at her repertoire of films she's done. She's done Mandi, she's done Daddy, she's done Party. The films that she's done are incredible, and she was kind of right in the thick of it when the new wave of Indian cinema was going on.
Right.
So I mean, to me, it's the most bizarre thing that she would not be recognized as, an entity of her own, a legend of her own, So I mean, and that is absolute sexism. The moment like, you're standing next to a man, your identity will get diluted no matter what. And I think, that's tragic. It is. It's tragic.
Yeah.
It's tragic, and and that's the really like deep-seated sexism that we kind of have. Even the most progressive people have inside of them.
Absolutely. I remember, Saba, you had actually posted this. You said that, are you really saying that landlords will stop asking us for rent? And the need to put food on one's table will magically evaporate now.
Yeah. I mean, like, we all have to put food on our tables. What do you think is happening here?
Yeah. Danish, what do you make of it?
I mean, things are changing.
Yeah.
Of course, things are tough for especially female actors and talent here. Worldwide, it's not just in India. But I think the rise of OTT platforms have changed that. We get more content on women. Like, look at our film. It's based on a woman. It's about her success story. It's about a legend we're honoring. Nobody's done that before, and this is possible because we have a platform who is as excited as we are. So, and I have these beautiful talent, both of them who are 100% have done justice to these characters. So, I think we're changing, we're going that direction. That's why we have made this film too. True. Because as you said, like Raj Beum, at that time, she didn't have a restroom because she was the first female at Radio Kashmir. But it's because of her courage and her bravery, there was a restroom created for her.
Yeah.
Right? And eventually there was.
What I really liked, Danish, is the fact that you really chose two powerhouse performers to, portray the younger version and the older version. Thank God there was no de-aging that happened.
No, not at all. They're brilliant, they're beautiful actors, and they've totally fit the space we were creating, that era we were creating, and I think I'm honored to be working with these beautiful talent, and I think they've done a great job. They've done full justice to Noor Begum.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't have time. I'll just ask you one question. Since you're born and brought up in Kashmir, it's beautiful. Is it conscious, Danish, to really showcase the brighter side, to put the lens on the brighter side of Kashmir?
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, you must have seen so many films coming out from Kashmir. It's the same topic. There's mostly socio-political aspects that have been covered in the past. And I think it's the first film for such a long time we'll be actually celebrating an artist from Kashmir, a legend from Kashmir that a lot of people don't know about. This will lead to more stories based on this.
Stories.
This will open doors for other artists, other filmmakers to explore. There's so much talent, there's so much music, so much culture that has not been seen on big screen. So I think it's truly an honor to be able to make this film, and this will open more doors. Absolutely.
That's the hope.
Yeah, really.
True. Your dad was a Kashmiri, if I'm not wrong? Yes, he was. Oh, lovely. Yeah. But thank you so much to all of you. On that note, I hope more people watch Songs of Paradise. It's a beautiful world that you have created.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.